What is going on YouTube? This is I Loud and Low here, and today I got a review on wires getting stuck over here. The Scuf Gaming FPS Competition Controller. You can see I'll go over some of the options that I have on this controller. I have the domed left and right stick, the blacked out buttons as you can see. It's also got the trigger stops and the hair triggers. And on the back, of course, the main thing about the controllers is the paddles. So on this controller I have this paddle set up to be, so on Call of Duty this would be for knifing, and this one is for jumping, so the A button, depending on what controller layout you play on. I play on tactical. So that means, you know, this is the crouch down, this one's the crouch. Then these two would normally be the jump and knife. Reload, switch guns, but instead of having to reach over to press these, of course your fingers are right on these on the back, and you can just smack those instead. So you can jump and aim at the same time, you can lay down and knife and do whatever you want to do. So let me see if I can find what I'm looking for over here. It was sitting on top of my games. You get this little Allen key with it, which is a little tiny one, extremely small. Basically what you do is you stick it in here, and you turn this little screw left or right, and it will either raise or lower the trigger up. So like with mine, how I have it set up, all I have to do is just move it just like that, and it will start shooting. Same thing with this one, you just barely move it and you'll aim in. But you can adjust them to however you want. I have mine so they're super sensitive. You can see like how much they move. That's what the trigger stops are for, is to stop the triggers so you don't have to pull them all the way down. Whereas, let me grab this normal controller. You can see how much more range you have on this trigger, so more lag time before when you actually pull the trigger and something happens. Whereas this one, pull the trigger and right away I can shoot. So you can see it's a much quicker action. And these are the trigger stops. I also have an option on this where the rumble packs are removed, so this controller is super light. You cannot feel it in your hand. Feels like you're holding nothing. Some people like it, some people don't. And you can also get with these controllers a grip stuff that goes on the back of it, which makes the controller grippy. But I didn't want that on my controller. Just, you know, normal is perfectly fine for me. But these are awesome controllers. I love it. Ever since I got it, you know, normally when you're playing Call of Duty, you run around the corner, and what happens when someone else runs around the other way? They hit their little button because they're not playing on tactical. So they hurry up and they like panic knife you, and that gets so annoying. You know, it happens to you all the time. But with this controller, instead of having to reach over and knife, and by the time you reach over and knife you're already dead, just boom, press the button on the back, you knife them before they knife you, and you get to hear them complain in their little after death scene that they get now. And same thing with the jumping thing. When you jump and shoot people, I always jump I'll jump around the corner and lay down and shoot somebody. They get so pissed off and, oh my god, you little halo jumping asshole, da 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 da. It's really funny. This adds more comedy to the game. So overall, it's a great controller. If you're looking for a new controller, you know, maybe yours is old and joysticks are starting to wear out, and maybe you broke the battery pack on it. I think this one, the battery pack is actually completely broke. As you see, I tried to glue it back together. This one, the joysticks actually wore out on it. And I got another one sitting over there where the joysticks have actually, another thing I didn't mention, but the joysticks on my other controller actually have a problem that none of the Scuf gaming controllers have. All Scuf gaming controllers are guaranteed not to have slow turn. And most people might not know this slow turn, but basically something to do with the joystick. Slow turn is when you turn the joystick and the game or the controller itself decides that even though you're turning the joystick at 100%, that it's actually only going to make you turn at 80% of the speed, which can cause a lot of problems with, you can turn, sometimes it'll be just one direction, so maybe to the left you can only turn around at 80% speed, but at the right you can turn around at 100% speed. So sometimes this can really mess you up, when you're turning around corners. If you can't turn around the corner as fast to the left as you can to the right, it's going to really mess you up, and it may cause you to die. Like I said, Scuf gaming controllers are awesome. They have, back when I ordered my controller, they only had like 4 different kinds that you could get. They had a black one, a white one, a yellow one, and I think a black and a red custom painted one. But now they got all kinds of them. Just check out their website. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box. All kinds of pro gamers use these controllers. You can get wired or you can get wireless. And now they actually make PS3 controllers as well, which have these on the back of them. So that's really awesome. And one thing that, with me, I did get the dome sticks as an add-on just to try them out to see how I like them. I believe they are a little bit taller than the normal controller joysticks, but myself, I still use the Control Freaks. They just add a little bit more to them. I've been using Control Freaks for a long time, since like Control Freaks first came out back in Call of Duty 4, and I love my Control Freaks. I always use them. I got kind of big hands, so they work for me, but check out Scuf Gaming. They're awesome controllers. Definitely recommend them. I'll leave a link down in the description box. If you order one, just in the little comment box or whatever, say I Loud and Low sent you. That'd be awesome. And Scuf Gaming for the win.